네, 안녕하세요. Hello, buen día. My name is Min Kim. I'm the Chief of Global Cooperation Section from Korea Education and Research Information Service, or called KERIS. Before I start with the Korean case, I would like to listen to how well and what measures your country has taken to respond to the COVID-19 pandemic. When we meet on or offline, let's talk about it in depth. Korea's response to COVID-19 can be characterized into four measures. First, openness, transparency, and democratic process to deal with COVID-19 confirmed cases. Second, contact tracing and social distancing in order to prevent widespread within our society. Third, test and diagnostic capability, which enabled Korea one of the most safe countries in the world. And lastly, but not the least, personal sanitary measures to prevent every individual get infected by the virus. And this one is precautionary measures, which have to be our daily habit. In this lecture, we will study Korea's response to COVID-19. Korea was one of the few countries which was struck by COVID-19 in earlier stage. When Korea discovered the confirmed cases of COVID-19, the Ministry of Education, in close coordination with Korean Center for Disease Control, decided to shut down the schools and to postpone the first semester from March 2nd to April 9th by means of online learning. Korean MOE opened its schools online from the grade 12 and 9 first, in order for them to prepare the advancement in school levels to college and high school, respectively, followed by grade 11, 10, 8 to 4, those who are more familiar with computers than grade 1 to 3 students. In this gradual opening of online classes earned time for those who are preparing for this unprecedented crisis. In Korea, two public organizations are handling online education: Korea Education and Research Information Service, or KERIS, and Education Broadcast System, EBS. KERIS manages National Online Learning Platform, Digital Textbook, National Education Information System, NEIS, or Korean version of EMIS, etc., mainly for K-12 students. On the other hand, EBS, as being educational broadcasting company, has a large volume of multimedia educational contents and also utilizes television, radio, and internet as the means of broadcasting at the same time. Before the outbreak of COVID-19 pandemic, as one of the most developed countries in terms of IT and internet, Korea was not prepared to accommodate all the students, teachers, and parents' online connection at the same time. We have to expand our public infrastructure in order to embrace the full-scale online classes. KERIS e-learning site expanded sevenfold in 2 weeks to host all K-12 students of almost 3 million simultaneously. EBS online class expanded 300-fold to host almost the same number of students. Also, EBS opened a new EBS TV channel to meet specific needs of different school year. On top of expanding its infrastructure, we had to support our teachers to be prepared to the full-scale online classes. A teacher from roughly 10,000 schools was selected as representative teachers to share their ideas, best practices, and information on online classes with the Ministry of Education, Metropolitan and Provincial Offices of Education, KERIS, EBS, and also with teachers in other schools, which resulted dramatic increase of accumulated number of online contents developed by teachers, both in CARIS e-learning site and EBS online class. We've discussed about the teacher's capacity building, online platform, MOE's response, and others in order to successfully respond to this unprecedented crisis of COVID-19. Here are 10 rules for successful online education in Korean setting, and I guess this may apply to all of the world. First, have to use wired and wireless internet for online classes. Second, access and log on to online class platforms in advance. Third, be flexible with class hours. Fourth, produce educational content in accordance with standard. Fifth, up and download educational content after school hours. Sixth and seventh, safe video conferencing and use secure apps. Eighth, protect your device. Ninth, don't open unidentified email or text messages. And lastly, protect yourself, your teachers, and friends by not spreading pictures without permission. Online class was opened and participated by the teachers and students in batches, starting from high school and middle school senior year, to middle and high school first and second, fourth to sixth grade in elementary school, to grade first to third in elementary school. And every single teacher in all grade level created an online classroom using either CARIS e-learning site and EBS online class. Providing online classes in all grade level inevitably gives numerous challenges. Equitable educational opportunity is a big challenge in offline educational settings, so as in online setting. We have to keep in mind that digital divide may prevail bigger in online setting. In Korea, about 5% of all students applied for free digital device rental, and the Korean government subsidized temporarily the subscription fee of internet access to those who are in need the most. Support for the disadvantaged students was insurmountable challenge to us. Aged 8 to 9, young children were encouraged to watch TV rather than using computers for online learning. Students from multicultural families were provided with subtitles and interpretation of digital content in regard with their Korean capabilities. Students with disabilities were provided with special learning packets and materials to their houses. And we supported different aids in respect with different types of disabilities. For example, for visually impaired, we provided a braille. For hearing impaired, subtitles and sign languages. For physically impaired, assistive technology devices were given, and etc. Designing the future of education is a huge challenge. Education should not be stopped. Have to use this crisis as an opportunity to build better educational system and have to plan for the future education model with the most relevant disruptive technologies. And we as a global community have to work and act together with our partner countries. Thank you.